Welcome to Unemployed and Afraid, a podcast that explores the glorious mess of building your own business with the people doing it. I'm your host and fellow business builder, Kim Kerton. Thank you for being here. Let's get into some good, honest, small business chat. When you're building a business, but most of the people in your immediate friends and family group aren't or haven't gone through the process of building a business before, when they're asked the question, how's business going? The conversations that come next can kind of suck. They're kind of awkward. You might find yourself in the moment grappling for a recent win or a sales number to throw out, anything to project that it's going well in a language that can be quickly understood. When you realize that a lot of the time you really do spend your day taking micro steps in a million different directions, and that's quite difficult to explain to someone in the moment who's really just asking a general question. And you also know that they kind of also don't know exactly what it is that you do. Or like me, maybe you go into way too much detail trying to explain what it is that you actually do and aligning long-winded examples to demonstrate that it's going pretty well, all things considered, only to watch them disassociate before your eyes. And that's certainly something that you don't want to take personally, but it happens. And it's fair too. Like, why would they care or understand the significance of cracking a certain amount of subscribers or followers or whatever it is on whatever platform? It takes a business owner to know that if you're getting good growth on LinkedIn, it means you're probably doing a lot of in real life connection meetings and that your content is landing. So you're finding your voice and that you're in a great position to convert this into new clients. And that's kind of the shorthand that we understand. But to somebody more passively, it'd be like, so what? What's important about that? Anyway, both of these kind of responses, they feel a little bit awkward depending on the audience and your delivery of it and the confidence that comes from behind it. So if you want to convey what the experience of building a business is kind of like, if you want to answer that question and share how it's going for you in a way that doesn't invite too many awkward moments, but just maybe invites more detailed conversation where you can have them leaning in and connecting with you with interest, and it doesn't make you feel self-conscious or diminish all of the cool things that you're doing that aren't really headline driven. Here's 3 replies that can help to bridge that gap and make this a little less uncomfortable. The first is, it's been developing really well, thank you. I've upskilled in loads of key areas lately, like accounting, content creation, and sales. So it's been a huge growth period for me lately. Because all of those things that you're doing there, they are incredibly important and shouldn't be diminished. So hopefully that helps you position it in the way and with the respect that it deserves. The second one is, it's great. Thank you for asking. Very different to what I've done before. So I'm taking some time to get used to it, but it's feeling really good and stretchy for my mind. And it's exciting to see some of the ideas I have start to exist in the real world. Again, you can see a little bit vague, but it kind of invites the experience that we have so much where we're just stretching into uncomfortable places all the time, but getting that feeling of win when you put a new service offering out into the world or you try a new product and it lands really well with your consumers. These are like long stories that it's hard to explain. It's not like saying, oh, fantastic, 6-figure sales month last month. Yeah, wicked, thumbs up, things are really good. But when you don't have that to lean on, this, what you're doing, stretching your mind and making some of your ideas real, that's really powerful stuff. You should be proud of that. And the last one is my favorite. It's really interesting, thank you. I've been in an exploratory phase where I'm trying a lot of new things and getting some great insight that's helping me figure out exactly what's going to be next. Depending on the year you have had, you might have tried a whole bunch of new things. If you're in service, maybe it's new service offerings. If you are in product, maybe you've had an entirely new pivot or gone after an entirely new audience. Like these are long things to explain, but they're important. And even if they haven't landed or even if they're just getting that beautiful compounding momentum, but aren't actually coming through with something really big at the time that you can talk about, it's a wonderful way to highlight all of the hard work that you're actually doing. There's so much challenge in the experience of building a business that the last thing we want is to feel further isolated from well-meaning friends and family. Those who might not have an immediate connection point or shorthand understanding of the very weird world it is building a business that you do have when you meet another person who's doing it, no matter the scale or the industries. And sometimes when these people that we're chatting with accidentally dismiss what we're doing as describing it as, oh, how's that business thing going? Or, oh, yeah, and just kind of like move on to a new conversation where we try and answer and glaze over it. Like that can really hurt. And you don't want that to derail you in any way. So come prepared and see how it feels and how it changes your headspace, and perhaps see how it builds a bridge between your friends and family who definitely mean well but might not fully understand how wild the experience is. Let me know how it goes. You can connect with me on all of the platforms. Just search for Unemployed and Afraid, because, one of my answers this year would be, I'm great. I'm exploring loads of new content platforms and learning loads. So come and find me on one of them. And remember that what you do every day is amazing. Even when it's hard to explain all of the growth that you're having and do it in a shorthand so other people understand it, everything that you're doing, all those steps are incredible. You're amazing, and I'm glad that you chose this pod to support you on the journey. Thank you for listening to Unemployed and Afraid, the podcast for small business builders with your host, me, Kim Kerton. If you love it, you can say thanks with a star rating and a review. And of course, join the community on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Find us at Unemployed and Afraid wherever you're hanging out, and I'll see you there.